Unlimited Possibilities presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, 5-time best-selling author, CEO and founder of Ashley Little Enterprises, LLC, co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP, and owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting. Tonight we have an amazing special guest by the name of Precious Killerpitchmaster Williams. A little bit about her. Precious L. Williams is also known as the Killerpitchmaster, is a world-class master communicator who works with successful entrepreneurs and helps them take their professional speaking skills to the next level. With over 24 years of experience of unique branding, speaking, and marketing techniques, Williams trains individuals and companies on how to remain authentic while presenting concepts and visions to distinctive audiences. As a 13-time National Business Elevator Pitch Champion, Williams has been on top television shows and publications for her pitching and branding skills. She was featured on Season 8 of ABC Shark Tank, CNN, MSNBC, Wall Street Journal, as well as several others. The philosophy of her killer pitch is evident in the strategic and personalized creative communications and presentation solutions Williams puts forth. As a serial entrepreneur, international professional speaker, and coach, Williams is equipped to bring life, authenticity, strategy, and boldness to all her oral and written communication needs. Williams is a graduate of Spelman College and Rutgers School of Law, and she currently lives in Brooklyn, New York. Welcome to the table, the amazing Precious Williams.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm excited to have you at the table today.
All right. Well, let's do this.
Yes. So tell us more about your entrepreneur journey, Precious.
So I started as an entrepreneur back in 2011. And I've been a professional speaker since I was 16 years old, and I'm 40 now. But back in the day, I went to college, I went to law school, was a lawyer for a few years, and I just realized I cannot do this. I have to go with what's on my heart, and it was to be an entrepreneur. The problem was I quit all my jobs in less than a year. And so when I wanted to start my company, I had no money. And so I went to the New York Public Library at 34th and Madison here in New York City, and I met a woman who won $50,000 in prize money. And I asked her to give me her pitch because I had never heard of a pitch competition. And she gave it to me, and I thought I heard crickets because I was like, that can't be the winning pitch. That cannot be. I'd smoke her in competition. And I don't even know where that came from because I never pitched before, right? And so I went out and entered myself into the perfect pitch competition, and I won $10,000 in my first competition. And out of all the competitions I've had, I'm a 13-time champion out of 14. And so that allowed me to have the money to start my company off on the right foot. And I also knew that I needed to get in the media to get exposure. Now, you might be asking yourself, how does a new company get exposure when they just started? And I'm here to tell you, the perfect pitch will get you anything. You know, I was at the Small Business Award ceremony, and MSNBC and CNBC were in the room. And, I had my come to Jesus moment. And I went to the restroom to talk to I said, which one am I going to be on? Now, mind you, I was 327 pounds. And my friends were like, you're too fat to be on TV. And I was like, I'm going to be on TV because of that reason. And they're like, yeah, right. I said, all right. So, me and Jesus are going back and forth. And he was like, you can't be on CNBC. You haven't stolen anything. You can't be on American Greed. Not saying it's the only show, but that was my favorite show on CNBC. So I walked up to the producers, all 327 pounds with me, with no money in my bank account at that time because I hadn't won a competition yet. And I just started pitching Curvy Girls. I didn't know I was pitching at the time, but it was so clear in my mind why we were needed. There are over 40 million women size 14 and larger in the United States, just like me, and we all want pretty underwear. And it was just too bad that most most mainstream lingerie companies didn't create any products for women my size. And so I was like, yo, we these curvy girls, we celebrating the beauty of them every day. And we're giving them a healthy alternative to Victoria's Secret and all the places that won't let us even get through the door because we're, considered too big and not the ideal market for them. And so, I said, hi, my name is Precious Williams. I am the proud founder and CEO of Curvy Girls Lingerie with the ultimate shopping experience for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. When I tell you, they bust out laughing, and I was like, oh, that's supposed to be good. And they were like, no, what's good? What's good? They were like, have you ever thought about being on a show elevator pitch? And I was like, is this my shot? So I said, yeah, of course. Never saw the show in my life. And they bought me the host of the show, and she was coming towards me, and my bladder got full real quick. And she had called me on stage, and so they brought me her booking producer. Her booking producer looked me up and down. She was a black woman, tall, elegant black woman. She looked me up and down, and she said, oh, I know who you are, Precious Williams, which I knew was code for, you better bring it. And so she said, give me your elevator pitch. Man, I just started talking. I was like, lips, don't fail me now. Please don't fail me. And I was talking. She stopped me. She said, you can be on the show. And I was like, did I really just talk myself on a national and international television? Did I really just do that? And so she asked me for my business card, and this is when the Killerpitchmaster really started. She said, do you have your business card? I said, I've been here all night because I didn't have any money, so I definitely didn't have business cards. So I've been here all night. I ran out of business cards. Can I have yours? So I got her business card, and she called me several times, like, where's your website? I told you we weren't a real company at the time. And she was like, where's your website? I said, well, we're going through a rebranding process right now. So by the time we appear on your show, we'll be ready. It's all good. She was like, okay. The truth is we need to get it together. And so that is how I became the Killerpitchmaster.
I love it. So, Precious, you are very passionate about helping individuals and companies remain authentic while presenting concepts and visions to distinctive audiences. So please tell us more about your passion.
About my passion?
Yes.
So my passion for pitching and professional speaking, I really want to see women soar, women entrepreneurs soar. I really want to see corporations soar, but really women beyond their wildest dreams. Because so many of us, especially for women of color, were dismissed, disrespected, downgraded, and people think we don't have the talent, the skill set, and the ability. And so when I started winning competitions against Harvard, Yale, Stanford, and Columbia grads, cool tech companies, and international companies, that really let me know that I really had a talent. And I said, and women kept asking me, especially, and men too, but they kept asking me, how can you teach me how to pitch like you? And I was like, I don't know if I can. This is natural to me. I didn't have, lessons like that. And so then one day I said, you know what? Maybe this is the way I'm supposed to go. And so I started, I took 10 beta clients, for a small price, and they all won first place in their competitions. And I was like, okay, you know what? I am good. I am good because I can hear what needs to be said and what doesn't need to be said. I can teach women especially how to stand, how to walk in with that hashtag rockstar confidence, and teaching them how to get media attention when you have no money, because that's exactly what I did with no budget, no publicist, no PR. I was able to get on a lot of shows in a way that most people didn't. I didn't fill out applications or anything like that. And so I just knew where to be, where to stand out, and to get it popping. And so when I won one of my competitions, Black Enterprise Magazine, one of the judges from Black Enterprise, and she came up to me, she said, you got to enter the Black Enterprise elevator pitch competition. She said, you are national grade. You're international grade. That's how good you are. And I looked at her like, she's just telling me that because I won. I won the Black Enterprise elevator pitch competition in 2013, and she was not there. So I was like, yeah. So that's my passion. My passion is to watch women soar, to get explosive sales, to attract media attention, and also to get investor dollars. But you can't do that if you're trying to be like somebody else. And one of the things that you'll learn about me is I have an accent that has not really gone anywhere. And people have always told me, oh, you need to sound like this. No, I don't. I just need to sound like Precious. The more different you are, the more you stand out.
That's right. The more different you are, the more you stand out. So you said you had 10 beta clients, and all of them had won first place?
Yep, they won first place. That was back in 2000. That was back in 2014. And now I, have products and services that are for, entrepreneurs who are looking to, what should they say in their elevator pitches when they go to networking events? What should they say to get media attention if they on a limited budget? How do they get the interest of investors? Like, how do they do that, and how do they wow them so that they will give those checks up? So it's a systematic process that I take everyone through, because every company is different. So it's not a cookie cutter thing at all with me.
Okay, love that. So how can listeners get in touch with you to purchase your services if they're looking to get your training? Where can they go find the information?
So my website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. And they can go all over the website, and if you want to work with me or see the type of services and products I offer, go to the shop page, and it'll say shop at the top of the, what do you call that the border or whatever. It'll say shop. It'll say shop, which really is a thing that tells you to work with me, and all my things are there.
Love it. So Precious.
And if you go on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was going to say, on LinkedIn, I'm Precious Williams, Killerpitchmaster. On Facebook, I am www.facebook.com/perfectpitchp. On Twitter, www.twitter.com/perfectpitchp.
Okay. Awesome. So please follow her and reach out to her if you're looking to, get your elevator pitch to a certain level, because Precious is pretty awesome. So Precious, you are a 13-time National Business Elevator Pitch Champion. So please tell us more about this amazing accomplishment. How did you reach these goals? Tell us more about that.
You know what? Again, I told you I started with no money. So, even though I was an attorney, when you start quitting jobs, people don't take too kindly to you. I was told I would never work in New York City again. I guess. And so I won it when I won my first competition, the Perfect Pitch competition. I won that 3 times in a row. I started, looking for other competitions. So I won the WEBO, which is Workshop and Business Opportunities, pitch competition twice. I won the People's Choice and also the Elevator Pitch Championship. I won Black Enterprise, and then I just kept winning. People kept telling me about different pitch competitions, and I would just go clean house. Because what I learned is, if you can say something succinctly between 30 seconds and a minute, and you can do it with passion, energy, and intensity, you got them eating out of the palm of your hands. And there's nothing wrong with being bold and unexpected. How many women at 327 pounds will feel comfortable walking on stage and talking about a red-hot love affair that was the inspiration for her business? You think, and a lot of people even afterwards were just like, you were dating who? And you did what? Oh, I said, curvy girls need love too. Truly, they do. And so getting started that way allowed me to realize without any training that it's not about necessarily what you say, it's how you say it, looking people in the eye and bringing that confidence with you at all times, so that when you are looking for opportunities or you're on the lookout for opportunities, it's very important to have your pitch together. And I don't mean a pitch that sounds rehearsed or sounds like you have to embody those words. It's not about rehearsing, and you will rehearse and practice, but it must sound like it just rolls off the tongue. That's what it has to sound like.
Okay, tell us a pitch. Do a pitch for us. Do a 30-second pitch for us. Can you do mind sharing one for us?
Yeah, I'll do 2.
Okay.
Ladies, it's Valentine's Day, and you finally met the man of your dreams. You know what time it is. It's time to find some sexy lingerie to set the mood off nicely. But you weigh over 200 pounds. What's a big girl in the city supposed to do? Well, if you're anything like me, then you went to Victoria's Secret, and you found out that they don't even make a bra in your size. So then you went to Ashley Stewart and Lane Bryant, and you didn't really like the selection. Finally, as a last resort, you went to Macy's, or you went to Victoria's, whatever I was going to say, and you still didn't find what you were looking for. Again, what's a big girl supposed to do? Well, that's why I created Curvy Girls Lingerie. At Curvy Girls Lingerie, we're the ultimate shopping experience for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. And so I will stop there because that was a little over 30 seconds, and I'm going to give you a second one. So you got everything in the story. You got a story, be bold, unexpected. You got begin with the end in mind. You have a lot of things that you can take from that pitch, and that pitch in different iterations won a lot of competitions. Here's my second one. Ladies, who wants to be a bad bitch with a power pitch? Raise your hands. Fellas, if you want to be the man with a master pitching plan, raise your hands. Well, you've come to the right place. My name is Precious Williams, and I am affectionately known as a #KillerPitchmaster. And as a 13-time champion, I've been on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Fox Business News, and a host of other shows and movies for the power of the perfect pitch, which all of my clients have been successful in one way or another with getting media attention, investor interest, and what to say at networking events, and including getting paid speaking engagements. So if you want to learn more, check out Precious Williams, Perfect Pitches by Precious. Be that bad bitch with a power pitch.
Okay, awesome. So, Precious, why is it important, because I know you just gave us 2 pitches there. So why is it important to have a strong pitch, though? Why does it have to be so strong in order to get to the next level when you're constantly pitching to different companies and corporations?
It's very important because a lot of people sound like a dime a dozen. A lot of people just sound like a dime a dozen. They're taught what they learn on YouTube and from some people who are not very learned when it comes to elevator pitching, media pitching, and investor pitching. So they'll sound like, hi, my name is Precious Williams. The name of my company is Perfect Pitches by Precious. We teach the art and science of the killer elevator pitch. Come check us out. Here's my website. And my name is Precious Williams. The name of my company is Perfect Pitches by Precious. That doesn't give you enough. It's quick. It's to the point. But it doesn't give you enough to feel like, how would you use me? How would you want to work with me? What can you say that is not necessarily just shocking, but, it does a pattern interrupt? So when I'm pitching to, different conference organizers and event planners, one of the things that always works is I always sound different. I always sound different from my competitors. I've done my research to figure out what are they missing, what can be tweaked and stuff like that on their website as far as copy, powerful sales tactics and techniques, and really taking pitching to an art form. It is not just something that you rehearse and you sound like a robot. Not good at all. You sound like a dime a dozen. And what do people do with people who are a dime a dozen? You're a commodity and you're not necessary. If you don't establish yourself as the expert, not an expert, the expert at your craft, it moves mountains. In fact, on November 6th through the 9th, I'll be speaking at the Intuit QuickBooks Conference, Connect Conferences in San Jose, California, right? And so how do you think they found me? They were looking for a pitch person. I stand out. I don't walk around saying I'm a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, or a transformational speaker. I am the #KillerPitchmaster, and I've been doing this a long time. So if you really want to learn the art and science of the killer elevator pitch, if you really want to stand out in a bold way, and if you really are looking for explosive sales, if you're looking to attract media interest, noise with your noise and buzz, and if you're looking for investor dollars that will come through, you should check me out.
I love it. All right, listeners, so if you're looking to enhance your business and take your business to the next level, and as she stated, pitch for more investor dollars, definitely reach out to her and connect with her. So, Precious, let's talk more about, your about pitching. So what are some strategies you would give to listeners who are stuck with trying to figure out a good pitch? Like, what are some of the things they should do?
One of the things that I think that you should do is really begin with the end in mind. What is your ultimate goal? Is it to attract media? Is it to get investor dollars? Is it to do corporate training events? Is it to have a great pitch for networking events that really helps you stand out? So once you get clear on that, the second thing I would tell you to do is really master your story. Now, I didn't really give you my story. I gave you the story of how I started as a pitch master, but I didn't really tell you what I really put into my pitches. And if you master your story well enough, you can take your story and adapt it for different audiences. And when I say master your story, it could be the story of how your business got started. It could be the catalyst. It could be what finally put you on the path to where you are today. Now, I grew up with a very abusive mother and a drug addict father. The first in my family to have a college degree, the first to get into Spelman College, the first for law degree. I've been saying this since 2001 and 2007. It's 2019. I'm here to build a legacy because, you know what, my mom tried to kill me on November 18th, 1991, and I'm still here. I've been homeless. I've gone through a whole lot of craziness. So I'm someone who's had the best of every world, and I've had the worst of it. And what I've learned is God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. I didn't understand that as a child, fighting my mother for my life. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that when I started speaking as a 16-year-old that I had power and influence. I never thought I'd be speaking to governors and mayors all over this great country. I didn't realize that. And I didn't realize that talent would take me further than I've ever been in my life. I have so much more fun because I'm not in corporate America. I don't work in corporate America. I consult and I do trainings, but that's it. So I'm not bogged down with bad coworkers and stuff like that. But how did I get here? By listening to what God's purpose was for me. So I had to go through a lot of things to really be able to talk to people in a very down-to-earth way that they could understand. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon, and I didn't grow up easy. So I fought my way to the top. So I want you to master your story. Like, what story do you want to get out there? So, like, you're going to do a pitch. And if you do a pitch so well, people are going to want to start asking, to interview you for podcasts and for radio shows and for television and stuff like that. What's your powerful story? That has to be in addition to just creating your pitch. You want to be bold and unexpected. You want to begin with the end in mind. If you know that you're going to be at a pitch competition, if you know you want to attract investors and media, what about you is unique? And you have to be able to qualify it and quantify it. It can't just be what you think sounds good. People have to acknowledge it like, wow, that was really well done. I never knew people who came from your background could do what you do.
I like that. But I want you to go more in depth on when you said be unique. Give us an example of a unique pitch. Give you an example of a unique pitch? Yes. You said you want that listeners have to be more unique when they're doing it. It can't be, you said it can't be the, I guess the same thing that they can't, it has to stand out. So can you give us an example for our listeners that are trying to, we want to hear strategies on how they can do it, right? So for our
yeah. So let's say you're a relationship coach, right? And here's what some of them will do, and then I'm going to give you the alternative. Good day, everyone. My name is such and such and such and such, and I am a relationship coach, and I will help you find the love of your life. Just trust me. My name is such and such and such and such. The name of my company is such and such and such and such, and I can help you find the love of your life. I can make your relationship that you have right now more greater and everything. So that's simple. But what if you walked into the room? What if you walked into the room and stood where you were supposed to be standing, and for maybe 2 seconds you just look out at the audience and you say something like, raise your hand if you're tired of being in dead-end relationships. Raise your hands if you're tired of the broke besties always approaching you and you think you got to go that way because that's the only man that's approaching you. Raise your hand if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired in your love life, your career, your business, stuff like that. Raise your hand if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Do you want to actually know the secret to overcoming all of these obstacles? Yes, it's relationships. Yes, it's such and such and such and such. But at the end of the day, if you really are sick and tired, hold my hand. Because I'm about to take you to a place you've never been before. I'm going to take you to a place where we get deep into you and your problems, your situations, how you're feeling, and we will address the issues that are truly holding you back. Not what you think is holding you back, but the real true thing that is holding you back. And so once we get through with that, then we'll put together a game plan for you truly finding the love of your life. But you can't find the love of your life until you deal with you, who should be the love of your life. How are you treating yourself? How are you practicing self-care? Trust me when I say, if you don't even have the confidence to do that, you shouldn't be in a relationship. But if you work with me, I will help you uncover what's really holding you back, what's really got you afraid, what has you making silly decisions, and I will truly show you the love of your life. My name is such and such and such and such. My name is such, and the name of my company is such and such and such and such.
I love the second one. Yes, I saw how it definitely was an attention getter and was definitely different. So great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Listening, that was definitely a great example that she used. And I do agree that sometimes, I have heard people use the same speech, right? But you got to stand out. You have to be different. So thank you for sharing that, Precious. Thank you.
No worries. I mean, I should be like that. I've been, like I said, not only have I done this a long time, but if you really listen to what people, if you really listen with a different ear to what people are saying, because if you notice, and I know you know this, people will tell you one thing, but there's something else screaming out of in between the lines.
Right.
And you have to get to that. What is the problem that you solve? Are you clear on the problem that you're solving? Anybody can tell you, oh, my love life is horrible. Well, what's your relationship like with yourself?
That's right.
Most people won't ask you that because it forces them to have to deal with what's really going on inside. Are they self-sabotagers? Are they fearful and afraid? Can they hold your hand through the process, and are they going to do the work? Really get clear. So as you all are preparing your pitches, what problem are you truly solving? Is it the standard problem that people think they have, or do you go deeper because you have experience?
That's so true.
And how do you solve it in a unique way?
Yep. What problem are you truly solving? That is so important for all our listeners. Listening. That's so important. That we're solving.
Yes.
So I ask all of my guests this question, Precious, because I know that you're consistently building your own tables. So how did you create your seat at the table?
Oh, girl, thank you for asking me that question. I created my seat at the table by believing I deserve to be at that table. I read the book Lean In with Sheryl Sandberg, and I couldn't identify because the sisters that I'm around, the women that I'm around, they don't sit at a side table. They're always at the table because they think they belong there and they believe they belong there. Truly, I say. Now, did it take me years to build up this kind of testicular fortitude? Yes, it did. But once I started believing and trusting that God had my back, and why was I given all of these opportunities? It's because I stood out and I wasn't afraid to stand out. And I don't mean standing out by, like, I used to wear hot pink and hot purple suits with a mohawk to court. Can you imagine walking up to a 300-pound woman with a mohawk and a hot pink suit? You don't even know where to go with that. It should drive my opposing counsel crazy. They're like, I don't even know what that is right there. So I'm saying, embrace your difference. Embrace the things that make you unique. And most importantly, let your perceived flaws, age, race, class, sex, sexual orientation, disability, let those be your secret weapon. Why? Because people never see you coming. So when they never see you coming and you kill it, they don't know what to do.
So listeners, continue to create your seat at the table. Precious has definitely done that. She's definitely somebody to connect with and someone to know. Now, Precious, I do want to ask you about your new book, okay? So tell us more about your new book and how we can support you and purchase it.
My book is called Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only. It is available for purchase on Amazon. It's available for pre-order purchase on Amazon with that title, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches. And it's truly, you know how people say it's been a labor of love? I've never been pregnant, but this felt like a pregnancy to me. It's truly the story of how I was able to create magic out of pitching and take it to the next level where when my clients and I work together, what are the 7 branding bitches that you need in your life, right? Who's the unstoppable bitch? Who's the power bitch? Who's the funny bitch? Who is the flawed bitch? Who is the numbers bitch? All of these work together to help you break out of the shell that you're in. A lot of women walk around with the shame that they're not perfect and they don't look like this and whatever. And I'm telling them, embrace your difference. And so when you're embracing your difference, you're a bad bitch. But if you're able to articulate that difference in a way that resonates with your audience so that you are the only choice, then you're a bad bitch with a power pitch. And so I walk you step by step through how to create masterful pitches, what a basic pitch does and what an extraordinary killer pitch does. And you'll see the difference right away. So if you're reading through, you're getting part of my life story. You're getting, my behind-the-scenes tea on what happened at each competition. And you're also getting women who embody those particular bitches. And again, it's not a crass book. It's not urban literature. It's truly a book that will help set a lot of women free and allow them to walk in their greatness. Once you learn to articulate who you are, you're clear on what you bring to the table, you know how to pitch yourself, you will see a change. And that's why Bad Bitches and Power Pitches was a book that I wanted to put out 3 years ago.
Well, super congratulations on your new book.
It's coming out October 28th.
Okay. So it comes out October 28th, listeners. So if you're interested in supporting Precious' book, definitely get it. She's somebody to connect with, learn how to get your pitches together. She's
Yes. Hello? Hello? Hello, did I lose you?
I think we went out. Okay, back to the show. So, for listeners, please go support Precious' new book. And Precious, is it going to be on Amazon? Where is it going to be so they can go purchase it?
It's under books, but it's a business book. So it's just, if they typed in Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, it will pop right up. By Precious L. Williams.
Okay, so definitely support her. And super congratulations again, Precious, on your new book. So I asked all of my, guests, this question about the process because, the process is painful, right? And a lot of people don't like to embrace the process. So what did failure teach you on your process, on your journey?
It taught me that in order for me to grow, I have to go through some failures. In fact, I was watching a Denzel Washington speech today about fall forward. Just keep falling forward. You're not going to go back to the place that you were. And failure would teach you about grit. And it would teach you about going against the grain. And it would teach you that anything you want in life is worth fighting for. And if you only experience success, you ain't trying hard enough.
Awesome. So what did success teach you?
Success taught me that it doesn't matter where I came from or where you come from, no matter how good you may have had it or as bad as you may have had it, you have another day to keep going. You have another day to showcase your talent, your skills, and your ability. Success taught me that it doesn't matter that I'm from the hood of St. Louis, Missouri. And I got to my dream to live in New York and do television shows and speak all over the world and everything like that. The dreams I had as a child that everybody said I couldn't do, I actually do today.
Awesome. So definitely support Precious on her journey. She's doing amazing. So Precious, please tell us, what can we expect from you the rest of 2019? We're in the fourth quarter, and I know you're going to finish strong.
Okay, so as I said before, I'm speaking at the Intuit QuickBooks Connect Conference in San Jose, November 6th through the 9th. And then next week, I should have started off right. Next week, on Thursday, I am teaching with Wise Her. I have a free online training that if you go to I'll send you the link. And it's a free training session on the art of the killer pitch. and it will be at 2 o'clock on October 17th. It's free, and it's just a great live training, but it's online. And then later on that night, I teach at the Luminary. We have a live course called Perfecting Your Pitch that we do every month at the Luminary in New York City. And then the next week after that, I speak at the Inclusion by Design Conference for talented women who are over 50, and my topic is called Age is Your Secret Weapon. So I'm going to talk about how, again, your perceived flaws are truly your secret weapon, and that how you can use that to your advantage at all times. And then right after that, I have on October 30th, I'm speaking in Westchester to a networking group in Westchester. It's a LinkedIn local meetup, and then November, and then in December, I have awesome news to share with a big-time company, and I'm going to be the MC for a pitch competition at a Fortune 5 company. Not even 50, not 100, no, Fortune 5. And it's going to be big.
Awesome.
And then, of course, the book signings and stuff like that.
Okay. Super congratulations on all the great things that you have going on. So listeners, definitely support her, connect with her. She's definitely someone to know and connect with. So, Precious, please tell listeners how they can follow and support you on all social media platforms.
Great. So my website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. And then I'm on LinkedIn, linkedin.com, just Precious Williams. I'm on twitter.com/perfectpitchp. So that's at facebook.com/perfectpitchp. On instagram.com/perfectpitchesp. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. And if you want to set up an appointment to talk with me, I suggest going to the WiseHer, and I mean www.wiseher, which is WISEHER.com, and you can book a time to speak with me where I can hear what your issues are and really support you in your process. And you can also text 646-592-5888. You can only text, don't call, 646-592-5888. And it'll go to me. Thank you.
All right, so listeners, definitely follow and support Precious. Precious, thank you for coming to the table today. It was an amazing interview, and I look forward to bringing you back.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Is anybody going to ask questions, or is it just over, right?
Yes, it's over. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said ask.
Okay. I would like to give a special thanks to Tammy Collins Marquis, and I also would like to give a special thanks to John Schamberger. I would also like to give a special thanks to author Kimberly McLemore and my intern Sarah from Tennessee State University and my intern Vontaria from Winston-Salem State University. You all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.